Isn't it funny that an unfit male artist is able to be successful, but there's no such thing as an unfit female artist? Nowhere. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Finding Nivea. Let me tell you something. BET, y'all are actually working on some good content. But why is it not on y'all actual channel? BET did an original series or whatever, 15-minute video of Finding Nivea. Y'all remember Nivea was a very talented R&B, hip hop, whatever you want to place her, artist back in the, I think, what was it, the early 2000s, around the Sierra era when she first came out with goodies and stuff. I remember Nivea. I remember some of her songs, Complicated, Laundromat, and a couple of other bops and stuff. But Nivea, I felt like she had a good sound, she had some good music, but it did not go past that. So what happened to her? So BET thought it was, important to do it and tell her story, and they dropped it. I'm gonna have the link on it for you all to see on kingareese.com. And I watched it, and I think that this was probably one of the best storytelling I have gotten from an artist, and I appreciate that they just interviewed her and just let her tell the story. So she told us a lot, she shared some tears, and she made me think about some things when it comes to female artists and male artists. Nivea was dating Lil Wayne at one point, and then she started dating Dream, and she has kids with both of them. And these artists are able to go out and be successful, and she hasn't been able to do much of anything after being pregnant. She told us that when the label told her that she wasn't fuckable and that they weren't able to sell her, and that is something that happens. They didn't know where to place her, and then they wanted to spend more money and time on Sierra versus her. And I felt like Nivea had the sound, she can sing, she had it. She had the it factor. R. Kelly saw something in her other than her young age, and he saw that she was a talented girl, and he helped her with get some music and stuff. Now, she got $1 million. She talked about her having $1 million deal with Jive Records, and she said that the person who kind of helped her out was a con artist, because he was telling them that she wrote all them songs. And Nivea, telling her story from the beginning and talking about how she was raised in Scottsdale, Georgia, and she basically was taking dumps in pots, and she said, look, I don't want to be a nurse and barely make it. She said, I want to do something. So she got out, she started singing some music. One of the things I took away from her was telling the story about her performing Danger with, I think it was I can't think of his name, but she was performing Danger, and she came out and she was, she opened up. I don't know. I think that was Mystical. I want to say that was Mystical. So she was opening it for him, and people did not want to hear that shit. They didn't want to hear her. But then when she came out and she was singing "Been So Long," everybody was like, "Okay, girl," but they didn't know. They're like, "Oh, this is the same girl." I feel like Nivea is a sweet person. I feel like she's been through a lot, and you can hear it. You can hear it in this young artist voice and the way she explained how the industry did her. And I think the industry is ruthless. I think, well, of course, we know that. They just did her down and dirty. And people were saying, they didn't agree with her saying that she was the black Britney Spears. The only reason why I say I don't agree with that, because I don't think that we need to equate that to the black. I feel like she was Nivea. She doesn't have to be compared to a white woman. I feel like Nivea was that girl. She had it. She had the bops, like I said, and we didn't know what happened to her. And BET did this 15-minute, 14-minute, interview, and I felt like I wanted more. And Nivea explained when she was young, her and Lil Wayne teamed up, and Lil Wayne reached out to her and was like, I wasn't trying to do no, we do a music, I was trying to get your number. They started dating, and she had a child with him, and they broke it off. And on down the line, she started talking to Dream, and she had a child with him. And these artists, it made me think about how female artists are unable to be, a quote-unquote unfit parent. She has to have her children. If she didn't have her kids, people look at her like an unfit mother. But a male rapper, they can have their kids and they can't have their kids. They have their options. That lets you know how, misogyny works, how sexism works. That lets you know what type of world and society we live in. We talked about that several times. And I think it's unfortunate, because I think she's a very talented person. She seems like she can still sing. She says she's still working on some other music. But it's unfortunate that her, you know, her stuff was cut back because she was taking care of kids, and she was taking care of Lil Wayne kids and Dream's kids. And these artists have gone out and put out other albums and stuff, and nobody has held them accountable. It makes me think about how many jokes we make about Future being like a trash dad and ain't doing too much and ain't checking on his kids, don't know his children and stuff. But Future is still able out to put out music, and people still support him. But if that was somebody like, let's say, another artist like, who is a current artist right now? Let's say that there was an artist who was, baby, you crunching hard as hell on the Doritos. So it just lets you know like how we make jokes about Future and his trash parenting skills. But like if it was another female artist, let's say someone like her or whatever, that was, you know, had a child and, you know, didn't have her children, we would be dragging her like, what's going on? And we expect women to be, you know, nurturers and have their children and all that type of stuff and not have a career, not be able to do both. And that's what the label was telling her, like, she's not fuckable, meaning we can't have you over here playing mommy. Like, people need to be able to desire you. And once you're not desirable, we can't place you, we can't sell you. And I think that hopefully we can get past that, and labels can do that. I think Cardi B is one of those who is pushing it, and you know, she has her child allegedly, and she's still able to be fun. Cardi B, I think that we are getting past it. Like, we know that a mother can, you know, have fun still. We're not gonna say that she needs to be in the kitchen and cooking like her mama. We can have them do both. She can come out and have fun, but we need to get past that and see women for just not fuckable, but just because they have good music, and it just lets you know what it is. But Nivea's story was important. I think it was important that she told this story. I think it's important that BET gave her their time, what little time they gave her, and we learned a lot. We learned how the label treated her, how once they didn't see her, they disposed of her, and it lets us know that these labels essentially don't care about the artist. They will abandon them. And Nivea looks like she's dealing with a lot of pain, and she, like, from her past. She's been through a lot, and just hearing her tell her story and those tears that were just coming out touched me, and it touched a lot of folks. Now, I think I would like to see Nivea tell more of her story, but I don't want to see her tell it in a reality show. I would like to hear like a docu-series about her, because she has a fun, loving personality. And I think Nivea can, if she gets in front of the right camera and somebody tell her story, I think I will continue. And I think this is what BET was planting some seeds and seeing how people gonna react to it. Because it didn't cost them anything to drop the little 14-minute video on YouTube and on their site and get people to watch it. And people talked about it on Twitter. And a lot of folks were saying that it made them like want to know more about Nivea and her story, because we didn't know what happened to her. But we know where Lil Wayne is at. We know Lil Wayne ain't been in all his kids' life every day like that. He ain't got all of his kids, if he even had one of his children. But he's been able to go on and continue having a successful career. And it's just sad as fuck. Like, it made me tear up a little bit watching her. But I just hope that Nivea finds her light, if she hasn't. You know, hopefully she has found it, but I hope she finds something to make her happy. And I can't necessarily say I'm be interested in hearing the Nivea album, but I would like to know more about her. Maybe if we can see where she's at and what she's doing, we will be interested in an album. But what is a Nivea album going to sound like, I think, is the most important question. I want y'all to check it out. If you haven't watched it, make sure you watch it. Tell us what you think about it. Tell me what you think about it. Make sure you comment on the video. Make sure you go to kingareese.com and check it out and comment on the actual article about it as well. I love y'all. Tell me what y'all think about this video, and I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.
I love you guys. I love you guys. Off to do the work of the Lord again.